All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the game between the Parkway Central Middle School versus Priory. All right, Central with the puck. Sends into the neutral zone, passes across. Picked up by Priory, sent back into the neutral zone again. Now into the corner with Priory. Samus chases after it. Picked up by Priory, tried to do a little bit of wraparound goal, but can't quite get around the goal. Now back to Central in the neutral zone. They send it deep into the zone. Back around to the point. Salmons makes some moves, sends it towards the center of the ice, and just missed by Central. Now across the ice again. Centered, but can't quite get a shot off. Salmons holds it in. Now Priory back the other way. Dangerous pass across the goalie. Now shot by Priory, then flipped into the neutral zone by Central. Now into the corner. Central into the neutral zone, then picked off by Priory. One-on-one. Makes the center pass, goes right to the defenseman and then over to the boards. Another shot by Priory, now to the point. They skate up, shot. And the puck deflects, takes a bounce, but doesn't go into the goal, luckily. Now Central back into through the neutral zone, back into Priory zone. No passing until the very end there. I don't know what's going on with that. Let's see some more passing. From the point shot, goes wide left. Make a pass. Now turned over to central and then back into the neutral zone all the way to the other side of the ice for icing. 9:06 left in the first period. Score is all tied up 0-0. Shot goes wide right. Picked up by Priory. They go into the neutral zone, skated up, through into the central zone, into the corner. Held up by number 16. Pass made. Priory gets a hold of it back to the point. Makes a move, goes for a shot, and deflected in front over the top of the net, over the top of the goal and into the net. 8:40 left in the first period. Face-off switch to the left side of the ice. Now held up by Priory in the neutral zone, sent back in. Parkway sends it back into the neutral zone, tipped. Now controlled by Central. Now by Priory. They send it back into the neutral zone. Defender misses it and it goes back into the central zone. Shot deflected out in front. Boys get a little worked up because there was a little bit of a poke on the goalie. Ha. All right, hope everybody got a kick out of that. I was calling the teams by the wrong color. Priory is blue and Central's red. A little comedic relief in the middle of the week for you. Central wins the face-off. Shot deflected to the right. Shot across the net, goes off the boards and in through the neutral zone and back into Priory zone. .7:19 left and a minute 12 left in the penalty for Central. Now Priory into the neutral zone. They skate into Central zone. Let's see what I can do with this. All right. Amadare at center. Face off controlled by Priory and then sent over in the corner. Oh, deflection. Came off of Bennett, went towards the net. Danger avoided by Central. Now Priory behind the net. They center pass. Another shot off the post. I got to get it out of the zone, and they do so. It's going to be icing. Waved off. And now Priory picks up the puck. This guy just doesn't want to pass the puck. Shot. Saved by Bennett. Pearson now at center for Central. Face off back to Central. Over to Bully. Now picked off by Priory. Toe drag, but can't quite get the shot off. Now Salmons takes it in. Shot. Oh, goes off the post. Almost a goal for the defenseman Salmons. Now shot from Pearson. Goes up and high. .502 left in the period. Wraparound, centered. Shot. And Central can't quite get anything in. Now, volley from the point is offside. 4:52 left in the first. Central gets two new defensemen. They keep the center in. Pearson now are still at center with Bunnell on the left wing. Hall and Sadler in at defense. Shot off the goalie, deflected. Now held in by Sadler over to Hall, but it's going to be offsides, but delayed offsides. Now back to Sadler, circles around the back of the net. Tries to change direction, but puck gets stolen by Priory, but now it's back in the neutral zone. Pearson after it with Harden. Harden with the white helmet. Shot goes up and over the net. Now picked up by Priory back to Central. Bunnell has it. He sends it into the corner. Now Priory back with the puck. Puck went off the post somehow. It did not go in. Now Harden's heading back the other way. He's got Sadler. Sadler pass. Shot goes wide left. Now back to Harden. Harden can't quite get to it. Now he's getting there. Now Sadler. Shot from Klinowski from the point, and now Priory picks it up with Voley in the corner trying to get after it. And now they're going to call a penalty on Central. It's going to be roughing. Roughing on Klinovsky for a minute and a half here with 2:54 left in the first period. It's going to give the puck in the central zone back on the other end of the ice. Face off, won by Priory, back to the D, sent into the zone where Russell sends it up the boards. Now back to the point, shot wide left. Shot again wide left. Now Priory again with the puck in the circle. Shot deflected off of Bennett and then sent into the neutral zone and all the way to the other side of the ice for icing on Central, but they wave it off. Not sure why. 2:15 left in the period. Priory takes it up through the neutral zone past the blue line and they're into the zone. They try to make one more move. Central shuts it down. And now Amador is trying to get through into the neutral zone. He does so. Russell skating after it hard, but can't quite get there before it's turned over to Priory. Now Priory in the neutral zone makes a couple moves, or now 3 moves. All the way in and a shot gets deflected in front. Now Priory has it back at the center line. They send it deep in the zone. Now picked up by Bennett. He skates around, skates it over, passes it, I mean. Shot. And that one goes in. It's going to give a goal to Priory with 1:20 left in the first period. Central was on a power play, so their man's going to come back on the ice for full strength. And we'll knock out the rest of this minute in 20 seconds. Levinson at left wing with the puck, sends it over to, that's Pearson. Nope, not Pearson, that's Amador. Now back to Salmons. Salmons it across to Amador. Amador can't quite hold on to the puck. And Salmons goes after it into the corner. Changes direction. Sends it up to Amador, but then not the greatest pass. Now Volley's after it behind the net. She's got it. She passes it up. Deflected off of the winger and sent into the Priory zone. Chasing after it's Amador along with Levinson. Now Amador shot and blocked in front with 25.3 seconds left in the first period. Harden in on a right wing, Salmons in on defense with Volley, as well as Bennell. At center was Pearson, held in the zone by Volley. Up to Pearson. Pearson sends it into the corner. Now over to Bennell, but now to Volley. Now back into central zone. They're going to call icing immediately on that one. Salmons chasing after it. 6.3 seconds left in the first period. Pearson again taking the face off. Volley Salmons at defense behind him. With Bennell and Harden. Harden gets checked down to the ice. Salmons into the corner, or chases up to the puck. Sends it into the corner. Harden took a pretty good check right there at the end to end the first period. Central's down 1-0 against Priory. All right, starting off the second period. We got Pearson at center, Harden at right wing. Puck is going to be flipped up and into the stands. 11:52 left in the second. Pearson on the faceoff, Harden on the right wing again. Bonnell on left wing. Kind of a shot on net, gets covered by the goalie. It will count as a shot on goal. Just kind of dribbled in there though. Pearson again on the face-off, and he wins it. Back to Hall. Hall sends it up. Now Pearson with a shot. Deflected off the goalie's pad. Sent over to the left side of the boards. Now held in by Bennett. Or Sadler, I'm sorry. Now lost. Now back the other direction. Central's able to push the play outside where there's no shot on net. Now Pearson skates up through the zone. He's got Harden with him. Passes up Harden. Skates around. Loses the puck. Now Central loses the zone. Heading back the other way. Picked up by Harden. He sends it deep into the zone. All around the boards. Pearson chases after it. And then Bonnell. Now Pearson shot. Deflected out in front and then behind the net. Now pass again in front. Gets deflected. Now Priory heading back the other way. Shot was saved and covered by Bennett with 10:16 left in the second period. Shot from Priory bounces off the stick of the defenseman and then off the stick of Central's goalie Bennett. Now we have the guy that just doesn't pass to anybody, just skates all over the place. And he gets checked and loses the puck, as you would expect. Now he gets it back. He's a good athlete, he just needs to learn how to pass. Now he passes, and amazing shot gets off. Again, not passing. Pass it. Delayed offsides. Now Central takes it into the neutral zone. Sent up the boards into the corner. Now on the corner, Voley tries to get it there. Now Russell in front of the puck. He loses an edge. And Mr. Non-Passer misses again. Now Central back into the neutral zone. No offsides. Now Priory picks it up. Pass it. Good God. Goalie in the corner. Now Priory. Picked up by Salmons. He flips it up the boards. Now puck behind Priory's net. And then they're calling a penalty on somebody, on Priory. Amador is center. Now Sadler from the point sends it towards the net, off the goalie, sticking up over the net. Now back out to Sadler. No penalty call. Now over to to Hall. Hall with a shot on goal and covered. Calling another penalty here on Priory, so it's going to be a 3-on-5 power play. No, 4-on-5, I guess. Central's also in the penalty box. So 4-on-2 is what's on the ice, but I think they need to get one more guy out there. 7:09, we got a minute left in one penalty, a minute 35 in the other penalty, and I guess a minute 30 in the third penalty. It's going to give the Central team a 4-on-3 look here for a minute or so. The face-off won, and then the zone lost by Central. Puck flows all the way down to the other side of the ice, where Sadler picks it up. He skates across into the neutral zone, makes a move, and a shot is deflected right out in front, easily covered by the goalie. Let's make some passes, boys. Tried to clear it, and then shot on net, deflected off the goalie. Now shot by Pearson. Left with, no, I'm sorry, that wasn't Pearson, that was Amador. Right in front of the net, left with the garbage right there, cleaned it up, got himself a goal to tie the game 1-1. Now it's 4-on-4. Face-off controlled by Central. It's going to be Perrong. Perrong sends it up to Pearson. Pearson sends it into the corner of the ice. Now Pearson has Perrong in front of the net. Now Central back through the zone. Sadler takes it up, sends it over to Pearson in the corner. Pearson tries to get control of it, then loses it over to Perung. Perung now sends it back deep to Pearson. Pearson tries to send it up to the center of the ice. Now skates around. He centers it off the post. Again centers it off the goal, off the defenseman this time. Now back to the point. Over to Bennett at the other point. He's trying to get it back deep and then loses the puck. Central loses the zone, then has to reset. Delayed offsides on the call. Delayed offsides again. Now Priory picks it up. It's full strength again. Priory centers it, and Central shoots on their own goal there on accident. 4:57 left in the second. Face-off won by Priory. It's the no-passer. He no-passes and gets back checked. Now Priory with the puck again. Centered to the no-passing guy. And covered by Bennett. 4:44 left in the second. Face-off won by Central into the zone. No, Mr. No Passer lost his stick, so he can't do much with that. Puck back into the neutral zone. Salmons reverses direction. Passes it up into the neutral zone. Central heading back the other way. Priory chasing after the puck into the corner. No icing. Oh, man, he checks himself into the boards. Lost an edge. Pass it. There you go, Garen. Take him out. Great move by Perung. Now there's going to be a penalty on Priory for checking. Or tripping. Sorry, tripping. 3:13 left in the second period. Tripping. It's going to give Central a 5-on-4 power play. Now Priory wins the faceoff in the corner. Change directions behind the net. They send it up the side of the boards. Can't quite be held in by Sadler. Now Priory's heading back the other way, but they're held up. It's going to be a penalty on this one now. Hooking on Central. It's going to give even strength game here for the next minute and 44 seconds. 2:57 left in the second. 4-on-4 play. Central gets the right players on the ice. Face off now. One by Central, then by Priory, then sent on net, but left of the goal. No shot on goal. Now Priory in the corner. Now picked up by Perung. Shot. Oh. Defenseman gets out of the way, and then shot goes off the goalie, and then another shot, and now it's sent all the way back to the other side of the ice where it's on net for no icing. Goalie sends it over to the right side of the boards. Perung picks it up. He skates around a guy. He's got one man in front of the net. Can't get his shot off though, and now stolen. He had Bonnell with him. Now Perung in the corner again. Now heading back the other way through the neutral zone past the red line. Defense is able to hold off the shot from Priory. Now back into the neutral zone again. Shot Central is deflected out in front. Now flipped up again to the neutral zone. Central's got to get back on sides. Nope. And that's going to be offsides on Central. A minute 28 left in the second period. Central changes everybody up. We got Pearson on left wing now. Salmons on right D. Volley left D. Back to Salmons. He sends it into the zone. Ends up on net. Goalie does not cover. Sends it over to the right side of the boards. Now Volley in the corner. She sends it deep. Now Pearson. Pearson tries to shoot it, but does not end up on net. Flipped out now. Pearson again, shot right, wide right. Volley after it in the corner. She gets a hold of it. Now Priory has control of the puck. Pearson steals it. Pearson in the middle of the ice. Shot deflected by the goalie out to the right. Now center pass. Now Salmons. Shot deflected off of a pad and a stick, I think. Now Pearson centers it. Shot not on net yet. Harden's trying. Oh, no. It wasn't Harden, actually. Now Volley. Sent up to 17. Now Pearson behind the net. He's looking to center it again. He does so. Send it back to the point to Salmons. Salmons shot. But just deflected out in front, and then Salmons holds it up. That's offsides. That's not called. And now that's the end of the period. Back to the point for Priory. They shoot. Deflected out in front by the defenseman. Now Priory again shot. Deflected out in front off the skate. Again Priory with the puck. Top of the left circle. They try to shoot it. It's deflected and then over to Central, who skates it through the neutral zone into the Priory zone. Sadler taking it all the way down. He sends it across, tries to send it over to Amador, but intercepted out in front. Now Perron with the face-off here with Levinson on his left wing. Perron loses it, then gets it back. He's also joined with Cohen there. Now Central gets it back in the neutral zone, but covered by Priory. They send it back into the zone, deep into the corner. Goes around the boards over to the no passer. He picks it up and does as he always does and doesn't pass to anybody. It's a shame that he... Oh! No credit to the no passer there for sure. Shot gets deflected out in front and scored on Bennett to bring up Priory 3-1. Perron on the face-off again. He wins it, takes it into the neutral zone. Man, they're going to call that one. It's going to send number 6 to the box along with 56. It's going to give Central a 3-on-5 here for 59 seconds. Let's see if they can capitalize on it and get a goal scored. Back to the point. Sent over to Bennett. Bennett circles around, sends it back across. Now skating up, shot. Deflected out in front and covered. Russell on the shot from the point. 9:56 left in the third. Face-off 1. Now back to Bennett. Bennett sends it over into the corner. Now Pearson with the puck. Pearson sends it back to Perron. Perron keeps it, inside the blue line. Makes a move. And now Bennett loses the zone, circles around, sends a pass back to Perron. Now they're all the way back in their own zone. They're going to reset. Perron now skates up, circles around, shot, deflected out in front. Now Pearson gets pushed in the bag just a little bit. Now shot, deflected off the post. Now Priory sends it around the boards. Now coming up on it is Russell. Russell sends it back around the other side. Now Pearson picks it up and loses it, gains it, sends it over to the defenseman, who sends a shot wide left, I believe. Now Bennett with the puck. Now passed up to Perung. And they can't get a shot off. Bennett is now chasing after it with Russell. Now sent over to Perung again. 8:21 left. Perung skates up into the zone. Makes a move. Makes another move. Shot and glove save by Priory's goalie. 8:13 left in the third period. Great glove save. Perung made a good shot. Face off now inside Priory's zone. Salmons and Volley on defense. Face off goes to Priory. Now over to Amador, to Volley. Now Volley behind the net. She changes direction. Sends it over to the boards. Now Vanel sends it across the ice over to Harden. Harden now skating into the zone with Amador. Harden shot. Gets deflected off the post. Great shot by Harden. Now Amador is trying to dig it out of the corner here. He brings it out. Now passed right to him. Now Volley shot. Gets deflected out in front and to the left. 13 now shot. Now Salmon skates up, gets the puck. Now Amador skates it into the corner. He centers it. Pass intercepted by Priory, and heading back the other way, it's Salmons in front of him. Pushes him way outside. Gets the puck. Sends it across the ice. Now saved and covered by Bennett. Salmon's coming in to cover up his pad with him just to make sure that the Priory team doesn't come in and try to get the puck on net. $7:58 left in the third period. Face-off down inside Central Zone. Won by Central, now into the neutral zone. Across the ice over to Klinowski. Klinowski sends it across the ice. Now back to Priory. They clear it into the neutral zone. Now back to Central. Central picks up speed. Led by Sadler. He skates up. And then shot back in deep is Hall. Now back into the neutral zone is Priory. Collecting the puck is Klinowski again. He mishandles the puck and gives it right to the no passer. And they call it no offsides, which I agree with that. Intercepted. Great play. Great play by Sadler. He sends it across the ice. Now shot goes wide left. Now Sadler again. He loses the puck. Can't quite keep it in. Loses it in the neutral zone. Now Volley sends it back towards Sadler. Sadler through the zone. He makes a pass to Klinowski. Klinowski's shot goes up over the top of the goalie into the net. Goal for Klinowski. I think they called a technical foul and a goal, but I'm not positive. Odd call here with 6:33 left in the third period. Priory up 3-1. Not clear if they got the goal. I mean, they're lining up as if they got the goal, so I'm just going to give them a goal. And then we'll see what happens, because if they're not at center ice, then it's not a goal.
You're too old for this. At least. You should retire. Retire.
Crowd's not taking it easy on the goalies, on the referees tonight.
Do better.
Asking them to do better here tonight. Still not sure what the call is. Do we have a goal or not? We got 2 people in the box. It's going to be 3-on-5, and I'm still not sure if there's a goal. All right, I guess it's a goal because we're 3-2. They do put the goal on. So now face off, 3-on-5 by Central. They send it into the neutral zone. Now no passer has it. He's no passing it all the way around everybody. And shot and deflected by Bennett. Now back to the point. Intercepted by Perrong. Perrong's trying to make something out of it. No passers behind him. He's catching him up quick. Shot deflected out in front. He gets hooked, but nobody calls it. 6:30. The clock's not running. This is why Gary doesn't run the clock. Center pass deflected out to the left board, and from the point, crowd's not giving it up. They want these refs off the ice.
You're too old. You can't stay.
Now sent back to the right boards, back to the point now, over to the other point. Shot from Gardner, I know this kid. Shot and deflected off the pads of the goalie and then sent back in front and then into the neutral zone. Not going to be an icing on this one unless, everybody's mad at our fans. Now sent back into the neutral zone. Central intercepts it. 2 Priory kids there, 5:35 left in the game. Priory now takes it at center ice, now through the zone. Now Pearson with the puck. Oh, almost offsides. Now shot on net and then deflected. Or I'm sorry, not deflected, but covered by the Priory goalie with 5:16 left. Still 43 seconds left in the power play for Priory. And now Priory's got a roughing call. They're going to go to the penalty box for 2 minutes. So we've got 43 seconds left with a 3-on-5, and then we'll be on a 4-on-5 for another, minute and 17 seconds after that. Face off. Pearson sends it over to Priory, who sends it up to Salmons. He sends it back deep again. Not many guys on the ice. It's like NHL overtime during the regular season. Now Priory with the puck. Now Salmons. He makes some room and then tries to send it across the ice, but nobody's there to receive the pass. Now Priory again and then at center ice. We got 10 seconds left, and then we're going to have a 4-on-5 for a minute and 15 seconds. Now Salmons with the puck. He passes it up to, pass doesn't quite get through. Right as two guys came on the ice, Salmons tried to make a play. Now they've got it again. Now sent across the ice, again intercepted by Priory. Central just can't quite get it into the zone. Sent up again. Now Pearson's after it. He's got shot. Pearson had it right in front of him, couldn't make something of it with Levinson. Now over and shot. Oh, deflected off the post, I think, off a pad then the post. Central keeps it deep. Hall goes after it in the corner. Now up to Cohen at the point. He tries to shoot it, doesn't get through all the way. Now Salmons goes after it again. And that's going to be icing. 3:18 left in the third period. Priory's up 3-2. 2 seconds left in the 4-on-5. Be at full strength for the rest of the period here at 3:15. Now Priory with the puck sends it into Central zone. Central skates around. Sadler with it, changes direction behind the net. He's got Bunnell on one side of the ice. Passes it up. One pass to Amador, but then intercepted by Priory or deflected, and now Priory sends it back deep into the zone where Sadler picks it up again. Passes up to Bunnell. Now into the neutral zone and deflected. Amador goes after it. Now Bunnell. He sends it deep again. He's got Sadler there, but Sadler pulls away. Now at the point, Harden. He loses it. And now gains it back again. He's got a couple guys in front of the net for him. He sends it back to the point. Shot deflected in front. Another shot deflected in front. Now Bunnell shoots it. And they call a penalty on somebody. 2:07 left in the period. Penalties on Amador. They send him to the box. Two-minute penalty. 4-on-5 now. Penalty kill for Central.
This game has passed you by.
Woolley comes off the ice. 4-on-5. Here we go. Shot by Perong. And glove save by the Priory goalie. Perong now taking the face-off. Face-off won by the no-passer. He no-passes his way up through the neutral zone. Sorry, folks. There's one thing I don't like is people that don't pass the puck. Now Bennett chases after behind the net. Passed up to Perong. Perong now with the puck. He skates through the blue line. He's got a shot in front of him. Gets held up by the no-passer. Back check from behind. Usually when you can't pass, you can skate. Again in the corner. Pass. He actually passed the puck and then shot was deflected to the right. Now Priory passes it up. And whiffed on. He looks tired. Now Priory picks it up. 35 seconds left in the game. Pearson chased after it. Empty net now. Has been and shot and goal. And that's pretty much going to do it for the night. It's going to bring Priory up 4-2. 20 seconds left in the game. Face off. Guess I'll give that to Central. Nine seconds. Now send back to Salmons. He sends it across the ice, and that's the end of the game. Thanks everybody for watching.